All right, let's just jump right into it and tackle a huge question. Why do so many hardworking people feel like they can never get ahead with their money? Well, as we're about to see, the answer is a lot simpler and way more fixable than you might think. I mean, does this sound familiar? That feeling of putting in all the hours, you get your paycheck, but by the end of the month, you're right back where you started. It's like you're just running on a financial treadmill, going nowhere fast. And here's the most important thing I want you to hear right now. If this sounds like you, it is not your fault. This has nothing to do with being lazy or not working hard enough. It's because you're playing a game, but nobody ever bothered to teach you the rules. So let's start by really digging into the root of this problem. Why does this cycle feel so inescapable for so many of us? I mean, just think back to school for a second. We learned about algebra and history and science. But did anyone ever sit you down for a class on budgeting or investing or how debt really works? Nope. We were taught how to go out and earn money, but not what to actually do with it once we had it. And that lack of education, it leads most of us straight into something I call the broke cycle. It's brutally simple, right? 1, you earn money. 2, you spend it on bills, rent, food, just life. And 3, you end up right back at zero, just waiting for that next paycheck so you can do it all over again. It's an exhausting loop to be stuck in. And you know what pours gasoline on this whole fire? Social media. You scroll through your phone and you see the new cars, the incredible vacations, the designer everything. It creates this powerful illusion that everyone is rich. But what you don't see is the mountain of credit card debt that's usually funding that entire lifestyle. Okay, so that's the trap. But just understanding that it is a trap is the first step to escaping it. So now let's talk about the real rules of the money game, the ones that actually build wealth. This right here, this is a fundamental shift in how you need to think. Most of us were taught one rule. You work for your money. But the real rule, the one the wealthy know, it's to make your money work for you. You have to stop being the only one working in your life and start giving your dollars a job to do too. And how exactly do you do that? It all comes down to focusing on one single thing: acquiring assets. An asset is simply something you own that makes more money for you even when you're not actively working. This brings us to the core lesson, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that understanding the difference between these two words, assets and liabilities, is probably the single most important financial concept you will ever learn. It really is this simple. An asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. Think of a stock that pays you a dividend or a rental property that brings in cash every month. It's like owning a little money-making machine. And on the flip side, you've got a liability. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. It's a constant drain. Think about your car payment, your credit card debt, or even the loan and maintenance on the house you live in. And this right here is the heart of the trap. We are all encouraged to buy things that look like assets, that brand new car, the latest phone, but in reality, they're liabilities that do nothing but suck money out of our pockets every single month. Okay, so knowing this stuff is one thing, but how do you actually start to change things? What is the very first practical move you can make to finally break the cycle? This is it. This is the golden rule. Pay yourself first. It just means that before you pay your rent, before you pay your bills, before you buy anything else, you take a piece of your income and you invest it in you. You prioritize buying assets first. This just shows you how you flip the old cycle on its head. Check out the new order. 1, you get paid. 2, you immediately invest a portion of it to buy assets. And 3, you learn to live on what's left. That one simple change in the sequence, it changes everything. Now, it's really important to get this straight. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Not at all. This is about playing the long game. It's a fundamental shift in your habits that builds real wealth slowly over time. And this is a perfect illustration of why that long game is so powerful. That small amount you invest in year 1 might not seem like a big deal, but look, by year 5, you're seeing some real growth. And by year 20, thanks to the magic of compounding, that growth can become absolutely explosive. And it's all fueled by consistency. See, you don't have to be a genius or make a ton of money to do this. You just have to be consistent. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Real wealth is built quietly, in those unglamorous moments of just investing month after month, year after year. So let's bring it all home. If you've been feeling financially stuck, please remember, You were playing a game without knowing the rules. That was never your fault. But now that you do know the rules, taking the next step, well, that's in your hands. Because that's the ultimate truth, isn't it? Money is just a game. And once you finally understand the rules, buy assets, not liabilities, and always pay yourself first, you stop being a piece on the board and you start becoming a player. And when that happens, the entire game changes.